edition of G-Rock Rising. With us today, the Black Clouds, minus their drummer Greg, who couldn't be here, but we do have Dan, Rob, and Chris, so thanks you guys for coming down. And you have a lot of interesting things to talk about now that we've gotten to a point where we've had a lot of different bands in. You guys are definitely alternative rock, coming from an alternative rock background. You can tell you have a passion for it with your sound, which you can hear here on the album, Wishing Well, easily available through many...
CD Baby Jack's Music has it.
There you go. Easy to get. CD Baby's
get it off our
one.
website too.
And at live shows too, I'm imagining.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Merch
live shows.
there.
We got shirts and all sorts of stuff. So.
Good stuff. So definitely visit the merch table for the Black Clouds, and you'll have very, very good opportunities to do that because they're playing Bamboozle most coming up, and there's a couple other shows we'll get to. But getting back to the idea of the album and the sound, you guys big fans of the whole Seattle sound, which is just a huge foundation for us here at G-Rock. I mean, was it just pretty much the Seattle sound, the Seattle invasion? I know you're big Chris Cornell fans. There's that whole Mudhoney, Nirvana thing.
Yeah, I just saw Mudhoney. They were awesome.
Really? Did you go as a band, or was it just...
No, I just went.
Okay.
I went by myself to the Bowery show. It was really awesome.
Really good.
Yeah, it was cool.
Still out there doing it, but did you all? It was all something that you kind of grew up on, I guess, or cut your musical fan teeth at a point where it really mattered to you, I guess.
Yeah,
or?
pretty much. I mean, that was what took over the airwaves when we were,
Like myself too, up. The whole singles time and all that stuff.
Killed all the bad music that was around.
Oh, that's always good. Good attitude. So.
Except for him, who loves the hair metal.
Oh, that's another thing too. Usually it's like a guilty pleasure, basically, the hair metal, and then I don't even want to say grunge, but like the Seattle wave of the '90s, the early '90s sound is just what is still so passionate and so close to everybody's hearts. So you guys have also been together for some time as a band now, about 4 years this season or so, right?
Yep.
Some strong time together. So in doing Wishing Well, you guys recorded it on your own. You did the heavy lifting yourselves.
Yeah, me and Rob actually recorded it between his studio, Sweet Beef recording, and mine. And I guess it probably took, like a year and a half, something like that.
Yeah, we'll put the time in, doing the day jobs to pay for the recording process.
We had to save money, and we like to have control over things, so we got it recorded. We have pretty good studios. He just actually opened up his new studio, Sweet Beef, and
it's in Neptune.
Okay, so very local to us here.
Yeah,
very local to us.
Anybody needing to record, contact us.
Remember Sweet Beef. And then something you guys did after your own recording process, I wanted to mention because we're always looking for that new angle or kind of even guiding tips, I guess, maybe for other artists out there, other bands who are just looking to make sure that they do have the control, the artist's control and the license to do what they want and not have it sound totally different from what they were envisioning, because it is a lot of money and time invested. You guys went and did the investment on the mixing and mastering side. You got somebody who is very near and dear to that alternative sound that was big in the '90s. You want to talk about who you went out and...
Yeah, we went out and mixed with Jack and Dino. Who did you can hear it. It's an amazing job. He did Nirvana's Bleach. He did a couple Soundgarden records, a bunch of Mudhoney. Pretty much, he was the pioneer of the scene. He recorded all those bands when it all started up. And he was, we were big fans, so I shot him an email, and he replied,
Right.
I wasn't sure if he was gonna, but he did, and he let me crash. We went out, mixed it, and mastered it, and mastering is very important. A lot of bands don't master, but it's very necessary.
And if you do master, getting the right person to do it, it's like the difference between it's a whole different album depending on the year of the people involved.
Yeah, if you're gonna spend the money on mixing and mastering, because that's where if you get getting good tracks is one thing, but good tracks aren't very much of anything unless you can put them together
retain
exactly
what was supposed to be there in the first place. Wanted to mention that though, because for people who might be, a lot of people still trying to enter the debate about whether they should still do a full length like you guys have here with Wishing Well from the Black Clouds, or an EP or whatever you have. It pays to kind of maybe take that stab in the dark and get the right people that you'd like to work with and put your dream team down on paper and try it out.
I like to believe that albums aren't dead yet.
No, definitely not.
But everybody doesn't go.
We believe that they're still very much alive here because they're a good thing to have. So moving along, we've talked about where you'll be able to get Wishing Well in person. You're doing a lot of great shows. Doing Bamboozle this coming weekend, and looks tentatively like you're doing Sunday.
Is it this coming weekend?
By the time people are watching us, it'll be this weekend. The first full weekend of May. It's a huge lineup this year at the Meadowlands. So I know we just mentioned before we started recording this for G-Rock Rising, this will be the first time that you're on that side, on the stage at a festival like this. How does it feel? What are your thoughts going into it? And
A little nervous, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, you know.
Yeah.
Ecstatic, I love, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm really psyched about it. So.
It's imagining it'll be a really cool vibe, and there's just so much going on that day.
So much
It's a
good
lot of-
bands and just
Yeah,
should be a good time, definitely.
not only we get to see the band, like we've been to a bunch of these festivals and never been there to play it, you know. So to play it and to be able to see all the bands and you know share the festival with them is going to be pretty
A
neat.
whole different energy, and you did that through the break contest, right?
Yeah, and the guys at Linkstar Records,
Great, and
good group of guys over there.
so definitely go out to check them out. Bamboozle, make the time for them. Black Cloud's at the stage that they'll be on, so look for them on the Bamboozle calendar of events for the weekend. Also, I want to mention you're playing a show at the Clash Bar in North Jersey later on in the month of
I
May.
believe it's the 10th. It's
Okay.
the Saturday. It's due the 10th.
Like Saturday night.
Yeah, it's the Saturday, I believe, the 10th of May. I go from my phone to like look at the
Oh yeah, the
calendar.
3rd is Bamboozle, so a week later. And another big one I wanted to mention before we let you guys play us a couple songs. You're playing Bar A, which is very easy for you to get to here. Anybody right ahead of the Memorial Day rush, which I think is a much better time to be playing it.
Yeah.
It's actually for people who are taking a long weekend though and trying to beat the rush or trying to do the last couple things before the insanity begins. It's that Wednesday before Memorial Day weekend, so it's a really nice plum time to be playing.
Yeah, perfect.
And in Belmar, hopefully it'll be good weather, so definitely go check that out. And the easiest way to keep track of that and all the other dates and any other information that comes is the website, which is...
You can go to www.theblackclouds.com. Takes you to our MySpace.
Great.
That's where we update everything.
Simple enough, it's all there for you. The Black Clouds, the album is Wishing Well, and I'm going to get out of the way. Erin Vogt saying goodbye for G-Rock Rising because they're going to play us a couple songs.
Nice.